19. And straight on to Linano in Italy for the 6th race in this series. Italy, a long-standing name in powerboat racing, of course, been at it a lot longer than the Yugoslavians. There's the world champions boat being made ready, taken down to the water. And what does the new boy on this year's circuit, Danny Bertels, think of this course?
I think the course is a bit short, and it's not really a fair course, I think. The one who's away first will be hard to catch. And if I have to tip somebody, I still tip on Anderson, I think, because he's a really quick starter and he's really quick out of the turns.
Well, all down to the starting as the boats line up. 30,000 spectators have gathered to watch them here, and away they go. Who is it who's going to be away from the starting pontoon? They come blistering away, lifting the boats almost right out of the water as they apply the power. Those are two of the turning marks that they go past, but it's straight up to the top mark on the course, and that's Danny Bertels is first away. The man who said a start was going to be important in the Valvoline-sponsored Burgess with a safety cell, the covered cockpit. He's first into the turn. Well, he said a start would be important, and a start he has got. Still going very well. Absolutely flat water here. Perfect conditions for these catamarans. Who is that in second place? Number 71. 71, that's Leonard Strom. But Bertels making no mistake. Digging the side of his boat into the corner to keep a grip on it, holding on tight as he goes round. The drivers pull about 3G as they go round, battered against the side of the boat. It's almost like flying a jet fighter aircraft in some respects. And indeed, if the cockpit of Danny Bertels' boat with its safety cell reminds you of a jet fighter, you're not far wrong. The original design came from the American F-16. It was first tried out in hydroplane racing in the States, a close cousin of this form of catamaran racing, but those turbine-powered boats get up to almost 200 miles an hour. Tom Dia pioneered the design, first used by Chip Panow in his boat, Miss Circus Circus. And here's Danny Bertels circusing his way through all the back markers. He had complained, of course, about the length of this track. He said it was only 45 seconds long. That means he's straight in about among the back markers. The race is less than a third run. They'll run about 40 laps. The race goes on for almost 40 minutes. So, in fact, 45 laps we expect them to do on this race. Valvoline lifting right out. Danny Bertels looking very comfortable. The boat rocking a little. Started off very calm, but now the surface of the lake has been really churned up. These Formula 3 powerboats hurtle around at speeds of almost 100 miles an hour. Bertels comfortably in the lead, but there's quite a race going on now for second and third place. That's Leonard Strom in boat number 21, also with his safety cell on the fully enclosed boat, the 1990 Burgess-built boats. Anders Anderson on the outside of him, almost a touch at that mark. Very tight racing going on for second, third and fourth places now. Danny Bertels still in the lead, that's him. Valvoline written down the side of his boat. He won't be able to see very much out of that. It's rather like a medieval knight trying to look through his visor. A very bumpy ride indeed. Oh, and that was Leonard Strom spinning out completely. He dug the bow of his boat in too much. He leans the inside bow in to get a grip on the water, but he dug it in too much. That's Andy Elliott, the world champion there, bouncing along. And that's Strom right out of the race, spun out on the turn. Now, do you think you would like to have a go at this? Just imagine battering down this lake over these waves at 100 miles an hour or more. Well, let's go aboard the boat of Jimmy Kling. There he is, number 8 in Buster. And we put our race camera on board before the start of this race. Let's see how he's getting along. Tiny little wheel, his thumb on those two buttons on either of the spokes of the wheel. Those are the trim tabs of the boat that control the angle of the engine, that the propeller is in the water, and that's what lifts the bow out of the boat. Watch now as he comes up to the turn, foot off the throttle, the bow trimmed right in. Now you'll see him press the tab again to lift the bow out of the water. His foot's hard on the floor. Reading the course, very important here because it's very rough. He's got to cross the wake of a back marker that he's overtaking. Maybe this is why Danny Birtles is doing so well on this particular track. He, of course, is a motocross rider, done the Paris-Dakar rally in a motorcycle sidecar. That's bumpy enough, so's this. Jimmy Kling can hardly see where he's going. So much spray around from all these other boats on the course. Back on board again with Jimmy Kling. See the rooster's tail from the boat ahead of him. If he gets inside of that rooster's tail, he won't be able to see a thing. Has to stay outside him round the turn. There he is, falling in behind the other boat's wake. Get out again. Try and get clear. Find flat water at all. Up alongside him. Foot flat on the floor. Is he going to be able to take him? This is where it gets exciting. Yes, and he has taken him. Through on the inside went Jimmy Kling. Now we're looking at Danny Birtles again. Here is Kling, racing hard against boat number 21. That's Lennart Strom. Kling's in very good company. Lennart Strom, well, Kling made a bit of a mistake. Too enthusiastic there, lost his grip on the water, lost power, the boat slowed right down. Strom's got away from him again. And this is Andy Elliott, the world champion, going up the outside past number 2. That's Michael Haberle of Germany, a newcomer on the circuit today. He's using Peter Wallich's number, but a different boat. Not really giving Andy Elliott, the champion, a lot of difficulty. See how the boat bounces on this choppy water. Birtles is still winning. Oh, Elliott really almost overcooked it there, lifted the bow right out. Another half a degree. There'd have been so much air underneath the boat, she might have lifted right out of the water. Shows you just how hard Elliott is having to try. But there's Birtles, still in the lead in the Valvoline boat. Still powering away. Coming up, running inside the wake of a back marker. He's going to have him at this next turn. No, crosses his wake outside, pulls inside again. Lifting the boat almost out of the water. Doing just enough, but not overcooking it. What he must do now is just keep calm, keep his cool, keep concentration, dig the boat in. Not far to go now to the end of the race. Just about 2 more laps to go. A very important race this for Danny Birtles, of course, after his disaster in Stockholm. He certainly has mastered the art of running one of these high-speed boats in rough water. The rough water flipped him in Stockholm, caused him a lot of trouble, took him out of the race, but no trouble here. And that's Lennart Strom lifting high, taking his boat almost out of the water. He's running in second place, but I don't think he's going to have much chance now of catching Birtles. He's almost a lap behind Danny Birtles. That's a back marker in there. It's Andy Elliott in 3rd place. And number 11, that's Tor Eagle Highland from the Netherlands, almost being lapped now by Birtles. He too's not quite in the frame. Birtles going wide. Take him again on the inside, digging the bow in. Coming up now to his last lap. Danny Birtles of Belgium. The checkered flag awaits him. Ireland just holding him off, but he's got another lap to go. There it is, a very pistol and the checkered flag. A great win for Danny Birtles. Lennart Strom 2nd, Andy Elliott 3rd, Patrick Kronegaard 4th, Del Puch of France 5th, and the man we saw sink in Hungary, Rudolf Mihaldinic, he ran 6th here in Italy. But no doubt about it, who's day it has been today. Danny Bertel shaking the champagne. A great win for him, and that puts him back up to 4th in the championship standings. And the 3rd place of Andy Elliott drops him from the lead. He's now 1 point behind Lennart Strom. Patrick Kronegard of Sweden in 3rd place. Join us again in a moment for more Formula 3 powerboating.